Hi children, last class we have done exercise 2.1 and we discussed the properties of inverse trigonometry function and 2.2. So first question, find the principal value of sine inverse 1 by 2. How we will do this one? So sine inverse 1 by root 2 means which value of sine is 1 by root 2. Which value of sine is 1 by root 2 children? Pi by 4. And now you have to check the principal value and that already we studied. So pi by 4 is in minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2. That means the answer is pi by 4. Now, cot inverse of minus 1 by root 3. So, already you know cot inverse of minus x and the cos inverse of minus x and the sec inverse of minus x. If they are coming, then it will be pi minus cot inverse of x, pi minus cos inverse of x and pi minus sec inverse of x. So here cot inverse of minus 1 by root 3, how I can do children? Pi minus cot inverse of 1 by root 3, that is pi minus pi by 3. So you will get 2 pi by 3. So 2 pi by 3 is, what is the cot inverse principal value branch? Open interval 0 comma pi. So it is belongs to 0 comma pi. Now, exercise 2.1, find the principal value of the following. Sine inverse of minus 1 by 2. So, except the cot, sec and cos, all other three will be sine inverse or cosec inverse or tan inverse of minus. It will be minus. So, sine inverse of minus 1 by 2 will be minus sine inverse of 1 by 2. That is minus pi by 6. That is in this interval na. So the answer is minus pi by 6. Now cos inverse of root 3 by 2, direct question, which angle of cos is root 3 by 2? It is cos 30. So cos 30 is pi by 6. It is in the interval 0 comma pi. Now how we can do this question? Tan inverse of 1 plus cos inverse of minus 1 by 2 plus sine inverse of minus 1 by 2. Tan inverse of 1, pi by 4. Cos inverse of minus, I can write it as pi minus cos inverse of 1 by 2. What is cos inverse of 1 by 2? Pi by 3. Plus sine inverse of minus 1 by 2 will be minus sine inverse of 1 by 2. That is minus sine 30. So minus pi by 6. By solving this one, you will get 3 pi by 4. Properties of inverse trigonometry function. Sine of sine inverse x is x and x is belongs to minus 1 comma 1. Sine inverse of sine x is x. Here x is belongs to minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2. Okay. Sine of sine inverse of 1 by 2. What is the answer? 1 by 2. So that is between minus 1 comma 1. Na? Sine inverse of sine pi by 4 is pi by 4. That is between minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2. Here, write cot inverse of 1 by root x square minus 1 in the simplest form. So here first you notice here first means these are some tips while solving the problem. 1 minus x square you can put either x is cos theta or sin theta. 1 plus x square you can put x is equal to tan theta or cot theta. X square minus 1 you can put x is equal to sec theta or cosec theta. So here x square minus 1 that means sec theta or cosec theta. Normally cot na, so you will use sec. So it will be cot inverse of 1 by root sec square theta minus 1. So 1 by root of tan square theta, that is tan theta. So 1 by tan theta is cot theta. So cot inverse of cot theta is theta and here theta is what? Sec inverse x. Because x is sec theta, so theta is sec inverse x. Now, tan inverse of root of 1 plus x square minus 1 by x. 1 plus x square. So 1 plus x square, what I can do? That 1 plus tan square theta I can do, right? So x is tan theta. So what is theta? Tan inverse x. Now look children, tan inverse of root of 1 plus tan square theta. What is 1 plus tan square theta? Sec square theta. So what is root sec square theta? Sec theta. So sec theta minus 1 by tan theta. Here we can't do anything. That means by directly we can't do anything. So I will put sec theta is 1 by cos theta. Tan theta is sin theta by cos theta. So 1 minus cos theta by sin theta by cos theta. Cos theta cancel. So you will get 1 minus cos theta by sin theta. What is 1 minus cos theta? It is 2 sin square theta by 2. So 2 sin square theta by 2. What is sin theta? That you can apply sin 2 theta formula. So 2 sin theta cos theta. That also I apply. That is 2 sin theta by 2 cos theta by 2. 2 cancel. Sin theta by 2 square will be cancelled. Then sin by cos will be tan. That is tan inverse of tan theta by 2. That is theta by 2. What is theta? Tan inverse x. What is theta? Tan inverse x. So tan inverse x by 2. So here find the value sin inverse of sin 3 pi by 5. So sin inverse of sin x, our x is belongs to minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2. Okay. So sin inverse of sin 3 pi by 5, normally you will think it is 3 pi by 5. But it is not 3 pi by 5. Why? Because 3 into 180 by 5 you will get like 36 into 3, that is 108 you will get. Okay, so 180 is not in the interval minus 90 to 90. That means 3 pi by 5 does not belongs to minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2. So what you will do here, you have to write this in terms of some angle. So sin inverse of sin 3 pi by 5, you can write it as sin inverse of sin pi minus 2 pi by 5. So pi minus 2 pi by 5 means this is in which quadrant? Pi minus means second quadrant, sign is positive. So sin inverse of sin 2 pi by 5. That is 2 pi by 5. So that is in the interval minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2. So our answer is 2 pi by 5. Next question. Express tan inverse cos x by 1 minus sin x in the simplest form. That is tan inverse of cos x by 1 minus sin x. Cos x, I can apply the formula cos 2x. That is cos square x by 2 minus sin square x by 2. 1 minus sin x I can apply as 1 I can replace by cos square x by 2 plus sin square x by 2. Sin x you can apply sin 2 theta formula, that is minus 2 sin x by 2 cos x by 2. The denominator you can write it as cos a minus sin b the whole square. Cos x by 2 minus sin x by 2 the whole square. And the numerator I can write it as a square minus b square, that is a plus b into a minus b. So cos x by 2 minus sin x by 2, this one cancel. Now you got as cos x by 2 plus sin x by 2 by cos x by 2 minus sin x by 2 divided by cos children. So you will get 1 plus tan x by 2 by 1 minus tan x by 2. This tan 1 now you can replace with tan pi by 4 now. So tan pi by 4 plus tan x by 2 by 1 minus tan pi by 4 tan x by 2. That is the formula of tan of a plus b. So tan inverse of tan pi by 4 plus x by 2 is pi by 4 plus x by 2. Now you have to check if it is comes in the principal value branch. Now you look children, I am writing this pi by 4 plus x by 2. So first I have to cancel this pi by 2. So I will put minus pi by 4 here and here. So this you will get minus 3 pi by 4. Here you will get pi by 4. Now I have to cancel this by 2. So I will multiply into 2. So you will get minus 3 pi by 2 less than x less than pi by 2. Okay children. So this is the principal value branch. That means your answer is correct. Now tan inverse of 2 cos of 2 sin inverse 1 by 2. What is sin inverse of 1 by 2? Pi by 6. So 2 into pi by 6 will be 2 and 6 is cancelled 3. Now 2 cos pi by 3, that is cos pi by 3 is 1 by 2 na, 2 into 1 by 2, 1. That is tan inverse of 1 is pi by 4. Next question. Tan 1 by 2 into sin inverse 2x by 1 plus x square plus cos inverse of 1 minus y square by 1 plus y square. Here what you are doing is you put x is tan theta because you know 2 tan theta by 1 plus tan square theta is sin 2 theta. Here you put 1 minus tan square phi by 1 plus tan square phi, that is also cos 2 theta formula. So you will get tan 1 by 2 into sin inverse of sin 2 theta, cos inverse of cos 2 phi. Sin inverse of sin 2 theta is 2 theta, cos inverse of cos 2 phi is 2 phi. Here 2 you can take common, so 2 cancel, so you will get theta plus phi. What is tan of a plus b? Tan a plus tan b by 1 minus tan a tan b. And what is tan theta? X. What is tan phi? Y. So x plus y by 1 minus xy. Next question. Find the value of each of the expressions. 10. Sine inverse of sine 2 pi by 3. Sine inverse of sine 2 pi by 3. First you have to check is in the principal value branch. But 2 into 60. 2 into 60 is what, children? 180. 2 into 60 is 120. So 120 is not in this interval. So you have to do some modifications in terms of angle. So sine pi minus pi, that is 3 pi minus pi, 2 pi. So sine inverse of sine pi by 3. When second quadrant, so sine is positive. So pi by 3 is in the principal value branch. Now tan inverse of tan 3 pi by 4. 3 pi by 4 means 3 into 45, that is 135. So that is not in our principal value branch. So you will do some modification, that is tan inverse of tan pi minus pi by 4, that is tan inverse of minus tan pi by 4. So minus tan, you can take that minus inside because tan of minus x is minus tan x. So tan of minus pi by 4, tan inverse of tan of minus pi by 4 is minus pi by 4. Okay, that is in our principal value branch. Okay, next question. Tan of sine inverse of 3 by 5 plus cot inverse of 3 by 2. So I have to do something, then I can make like tan of x plus y formula. So I will take sine inverse of 3 by 5 as x. So sine x is 3 by 5. By this I will draw a triangle. So x opposite side is 3, the hypotenuse is 5. So the adjacent will be 4. So I can take tan x as 3 by 4. Now cot inverse of 3 by 2 is y, that is cot y is 3 by 2, so tan y will be 2 by 3. Now you substitute here tan of x plus y is tan x plus tan y by 1 minus tan x by tan x tan y. So by substituting you will get 17 by 6. So children, I hope this is clear, but before doing the question, first you have to study the principal value branch. Then only where the angle is belonging, is it comes in the interval, that you will know. Okay. So first you have to study that one, and the trigonometry formulas also you should be clear. Then this chapter is very easy. Okay children, if any doubt is there, please feel free to ask me. Okay children, thank you.